Hey Aquarius, hey, it's your girl Star with Star Tarot. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. For those of you that continue to do so time and time again, as always, it is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I do want to give you a warm welcome. I hope that you like it here. I hope that you do like, share, comment, and subscribe. And just so you know, everything done on this channel is in love and light and love and light only. All right, Aquarius, this is your general reading for the month of August, but does include a little bit of July here, because after meditating over your reading, what is happening in the month of August is literally because of what has happened in July, and we'll get a little deeper into that. You're going to want to use this as a tool, okay? I tell people this all the time. You're going to want to pick up what I'm putting down that does resonate and simply leave the rest. Time is very, very fluid, so some of these events may have already transpired for you guys in seasons past. Could be something that you're literally going through at this very moment, or these events could be something that do manifest in seasons to come. All right, so just always keep that in mind. Discernment, use your own discernment. All right, so let this reading be a confirmation to you for what you already know to be true for you and your situation. You could also use this as having some more perspective, a broader insight as to what is going on in your situation. So ultimately, you can make the best informed decision for yourself. So I'm never going to tell you what you need to do. It's up to you guys because it's your life, all right? And I want you guys to be in control of what happens in your life moving forward. So we're just going to get right into it. We do have some energy here, some very boss-like energy, Aquarius. I'll just have you know the first thing that popped out was the Muse of Voices, all right? This is all about having truthful communication. This truthful communication is literally coming down to the point where something needs to be said. And the something that needs to be said, or some things, needs to be said to yourself first, Aquarius. I feel like these last few months, because it has been very uncertain, I feel like there have been some emotions that you may have been feeling inside. Some of you may have been having very intricate dreams that are showing you things that you haven't quite got over from seasons past. There's things that you thought you were over. There's things that you forgot. There have been dreams that have been giving you different perspective on how things happened in the past. But you have been awakened to certain emotions and certain situations from seasons past. And even in your relationships moving forward in August, there's an accumulation of the way that you're wanting to communicate, the way that you did communicate, and certain things that you just absolutely did not communicate that you wish you would have. And all of that is going to translate in the month of August. There's certain things that you need to be aware of within yourself and be truthful within yourself at this point in time, Aquarius. I feel like when it comes to matters of the heart specifically, for a lot of you, you've been holding back certain emotions. You haven't been sharing the way that you feel about certain people, feel about certain situations. And the last few months, I feel like people have really shown you who they are, regardless if that's been good or bad. Your eyes have been really, really open, and your intuition has been so very sharp, more than ever before. And now it's come to the point where you want to articulate how you feel. Some of you don't necessarily want to articulate, but you understand how important it is. There are certain questions that needed to be asked. There were certain things that needed to be said. And this is why certain situations, out of your kindness, people have taken for a weakness, or it could have been missed opportunities. And so now, Aquarius, you're feeling like you just do not want that to happen again. You want to have integrity for yourself. You want to allow people to know that, you know, you will no longer manipulate the situation or me. You want to let people know how you really, really feel inside. It's very, very scary, but it's very necessary. And this is the vibe that I'm getting for you guys moving into the month of August. Now, with that being said, you have the Muse of Materials. You guys are being in a position where you're going to be able to give back more than you ever have been before. And I feel like because Aquarius, you guys are the humanitarians, I feel like you do give on a regular basis. You give that lending ear, that crying shoulder, you know, the shirt off of your back if you need to. But you haven't really been able to do that in the last few months the way that you had in the past. You had your own baggage, you had your own emotions. So many things were uncertain in your own life, and you were not able to give the way that you wanted to give. And some of you just didn't have it to give, and you had to give back to yourself. So if you've been holding yourself back from other individuals, holding back emotions, certain things like that, in the month of August, you are definitely going to open that up. The universe is allowing you to set the stage to say, this is how I feel, and this is what I'm here to offer you. And I think that the universe is going to be bringing in some money and some resources and some information that you can now share with other people. And you're feeling back into your humanitarian vibe in the month of August. I feel like for many of us, because I'm an Aquarius as well, we haven't been able to give in a way that we wanted to because we've had our own, you know, uncertain feelings that we've had to deal with, our own uncertain, you know, financial situations, etc., etc. But now in the month of August, you will be able to give back in a generous way. All right, so let's see here. What could be? We have some Aquarius energy again. So you might be dealing with another Aquarius, Gemini, or possibly Libra. I have 2 more swords coming out, so you guys are really, you know, showing up here. Now we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Swords. All right, but let's go ahead and look at this, because this here is a different kind of card. Some of you may have decided to take a break, and I feel like for a lot of us in the last couple of months have taken a break. We have not felt up to par to do the things that we were doing before. We haven't had the energy. I feel like for a lot of us, we may have had the time to, but it just was like we were so drained from the intuition, from the downloads, from, you know, all of the things that we wanted to do but weren't able to do. That may have even led to a little bit of depression for some of you. But we're definitely going to take a look at this card, because this is my Chicoli deck, and it doesn't always follow the Rider-Waite description. So let's go ahead and see here and get some additional information. Yeah, so it definitely has been a time to rest, and if you haven't got the rest that you need, you definitely need it now, because it is time to sort through some things, Aquarius. All right. For some of you, this is about not taking any type of action right now. You need to take care of your mental and physical health. And this is exactly what I was just talking about here. I don't even think that this is just about July moving into August. I feel like this has been a series of months. For some of you, this has been the last 3 to 4 months. For others of you, it may have even been the last 6 months. But this is about, you not being able to give the way that you wanted to give because you just mentally and physically did not have it, Aquarius. This is exactly what I was talking about here. And I feel like for a lot of you, you may have even felt a little guilty about it. Some of you are like, you know what? I don't feel guilty. This feels good to not have to, think about doing for someone and not having to worry about doing certain things. But the Eight of Swords comes out here, all right? I feel like, again, this is talking about uncertainty. So I feel like for some of you, you may have felt uncertain about not only just your situation with your home life, your finances, but you may have felt suspicious about a particular person or situation. But ultimately, this is about feeling very uncertain and feeling trapped and helpless. This is exactly, I intuitively had already said this, but this is coming out here. So what has been really, really coming at you, Aquarius, is the fact that you have been feeling uncertain. You haven't mentally and physically, felt up to par. But now it's time to really face the music here. It's time to really, really look at your shadow side. And I think this is what this is all about here. This is all about, getting to the bottom of those feelings, those situations that happened in the last few months here. And I think that for a lot of you, you are going to come out of that in the month of August. It's just taking a little bit of time. The universe is definitely going to bless you in the sense that, during this time you have done a lot of work, Aquarius. You have looked at yourself, you have looked at others, you have had the time to get you together. And honestly, you can't fill anybody else's cup up until you literally refill yours. And I think that this is what we're seeing here. This is what this is all about here. So don't feel guilty if you haven't been able. Somebody said, oh, I don't feel guilty, okay? Some of you are like, you know what? This felt nice, Some of you, you've dedicated your whole life to friends, family, children, jobs, and you've been able to, and I'm hearing somebody here literally was physically ill and had to sit their happy selves down and was not able to work or tend to others. And you're like, you know what? This felt great, okay, to not be able to have to do anything. Some of you were affected by what's going on with the world today and could not work. And at first panicked, oh my God, what am I going to do? But as time went on, Aquarius, I think that you found some real solace in being able to take some time to rejuvenate. All right. Let's get some information from the Wisdom Power deck here. Let's see. Wow. Definitely in the month of August, you guys will be coming out of that feeling. You will be able to, articulate to people the things that you've wanted to say. I feel like a lot of you have some good things to say to people, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. I feel like some of you have some truths that need to be told to people, but ultimately you're going to be back to your humanitarian self in no time in the month of August. So a lot of you have felt very, very different. You're like, am I even an Aquarius anymore? Some of you don't even want to go out and get groceries. You don't want to be around people. You don't want to entertain. And it's like, who am I anymore? But the universe was gifting that to you. You needed that time to really, really get yourself back together. So what we have here is two cards. The first one that comes out is Innocence. It says, a boat can represent your voyage towards the island of higher consciousness. That boat is made from your treasured innocence. We are all born wild and innocent like a blue heron. To live in civilization at a very young age, we become like sheep trying to fit in with the crowd. To maintain your receptive innocence is to listen to your own inner voice. Know that the powers of the universe are within you. Yeah, Aquarius, this is all it's all talking about. You know, you innocently needed to withdraw from people. You did not do this maliciously. You didn't do this. My words are getting so twisted today. You didn't do this out of malice, is what I'm trying to say. You didn't do this to hurt anyone. But it was like at this point, you knew what you needed. You knew what you needed. The universe knew what you needed. And you needed to listen to your inner voice like you did and use your intuition for yourself to say, I need to withdraw. I need to get me back together. And if you haven't said that to yourself and you're still going, you definitely will be saying that to yourself here soon, Aquarius. The other thing we have here is trust. It says, in love, there must be trust. Without trust, there is no love. Jealousy is an illness of the mind and heart. Trust lives in the lodge of your innocence. Wow, this comes right out with this. This card is talking about innocence. It says here, it is this kind of trust that you need. The imbalanced aspects of history reside like stone carvings within each of us. Welcome the new aspects of feminine power in your being enough. They may seem foreign. Trust in the ways of power and the Great Spirit. Know that you are made of power and live with trust in your heart. Okay, so I know I stumbled over that, guys. You have to forgive me. I've been doing readings all day. But what I am seeing here is that some of you, again, when we were talking about this, some of you may not have had a lot of trust in people. Maybe there was a lot of people that let you down. Maybe you felt like because you couldn't be there for people the way that you had in the past, that people were not going to stick around. Maybe you're feeling like there is somebody when it comes to matters of the heart. I feel like some of you don't want to let that guard down because you don't want to look like a fool. And the universe is saying that there needs to be trust in order for this relationship to flourish. Some of us are holding on to past situations, past hurts, all right? And we're not opening up. We're not opening up to these individuals because, we're thinking that something bad is going to happen. We're living in, situations past. And for some of you, in the month of August, you are going to say what you need to say so that you can hear what you need to hear. And you are going to be able to generously give your heart to someone. Give the information about where your emotions stand with them and what you really, really want for them and with them. And so you have to trust with innocence here. All right? I feel like I'm talking to a group of people that are having a difficult time articulating their emotions towards someone, all right? And it's like when you're going into anything with anyone, okay, this is business, this is meeting new friends, this is relationships, you're taking a 50-50 risk going in. You don't know if that job is going to work out. You don't know if that project is going to get completed. You don't know if that person that you met is who they say that they are. But Aquarius, you can't stay hidden. You can't fall in love with someone secretly and not share this with them. And then not wanting them to read your mind, not wanting them to see your body language, not wanting to let them know how you really feel, and then be expecting for love to be reciprocated. When people can't read you, Aquarius, there's no way that they can know how to come at you in a way that won't offend you or be too much or, but I feel like a lot of you have been really offstandish, understanding that, physically and mentally that you need to shut down. But some of you have shut down, not just because you're tired and overwhelmed, but because you're simply scared. You're so scared to be vulnerable, and it's all in your head. And I think it's because of what you went through in the past. But Spirit says you got to go in like an innocent, trusting child if you're going to really get to see what's for you. And I think this is what is going on here. And this is definitely not just about July. This isn't just about August, Aquarius. This is about past circumstances and situations. Some of you are so afraid of the changes because it has been uncertain times. Some of you are like simply not wanting to get back into the ringer of things. Some of you are really paranoid about, what is going to happen in the world. And it's like, it's time to express that with someone. It's time to, generously open up and say what you are feeling to someone. All right, let's see. Yeah. So here we go again. The great severing. This is talking about anger and conflict and softening to love. I feel like for some of you, it's like you rather take the route of being without love instead of being in the game. It's like, you know what? I rather not even be in the running, not even be in the game, because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to lose, all right? And Aquarius, this is like something that I feel like may be a theme when it comes to matters of the heart. But then there's other things, like when people are going through things, it's like you are so quick to jump up. You're so quick to go to the rescue for a lot of different people. But it's like when it comes to yourself, there's just something about it that you just cannot seem to muster up the courage to say, that hurt me, or I really feel this or that for you. It's something that you just simply, I feel like, simply cannot fathom doing. Now, there could be two reasons for this anger. All right, this card talks about it. The first is for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. That's exactly what I just said. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. Exactly. I just got done saying this. Some of you have literally shut yourself out of the idea of love. And you may have even shut people out of your life that want to love you because of your fears. All right. Let's take a look at this. The child of the cosmos. All right. This is, to me, all about surrendering. All right. So we have 3 cards here that are talking about innocence and childlike. It's like if you literally have to go back to a space where you are so vulnerable. And I feel like the universe, this is what they're bringing to you. They're giving you this generous vulnerability to give to other people. And I feel like this is to not just give in the way that you guys do as a humanitarian on a daily basis. This is about giving your love, sharing your emotions, sharing your space, the things that you're holding on so tightly not to give. You're going to be able to do that. Now, this is all about having access to wisdom and strength and going with the flow. All right. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. All right. Because a part of you has lost the idea that this can happen for you. It's like you can see this for everybody else, but for some reason, it's like you lack the vision that this could happen for you. And it's like, Aquarius, why not you? Why not you? All right? So if you have to trust that if it can happen for others, it can happen for you. Let's get some angel advice here. And if you feel like you've been in a situation where somebody is trying to manipulate you or trying to sign you up for something, you know what? Like, let's get the true details. Let's communicate how you're feeling and give that person an opportunity to talk it out with you, and then you really, see for yourself. But this energy of just assuming and not saying this is what I think that you're doing, or prove me wrong, because this is what I'm thinking, this is what I'm feeling. But I think for a lot of you, you don't want to touch it. You just want to build your assumptions. You want to go into your safe place. But the universe is not allowing you to do that. So you're going to see more and more moving into these months ahead where you're not going to be able to hold back anymore. And this is why you are going to be having a lot of dreams. You're going to be faced with speaking your truth. You're going to be led to do things that you don't want to do. Naturally, you don't want to do them, but somehow, some way, your words, okay, are coming out. You're going to be pushed to limits that you've never been before just to get this emotion out of you. But it's so necessary. Now, the first advice that comes out is teaching and learning, all right? It says, keep an open mind and learn new ideas, then teach these ideas to others. This is what this is all about. You need to have an open mind with innocence and trust, and you need to learn a new way to learn the things that you need to learn. You have to ask the questions if you want the answers, Aquarius. And if you want people to love you in a certain way, you kind of have to lead by example and teach them in a way, this is how I want to be loved. But if you're shutting off and you're not articulating, these people don't know how to love you, okay? They don't know how to love you because you've got like the poker face, or you're just not around. You're just four of swords inside. You're just like, I'm not going to deal with it at all. You do have the prosperity card here, which is very, very beautiful. It says your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Yeah, the universe, this prosperity card, again, this is the king of materials. All right, so they're going to be blessing you with not only the ability to share your emotions with others, but I do see that you're going to have some prosperity coming in the month of August. And it's like you're going to want to share this with somebody, Aquarius. You're going to want to share your newfound prosperity. You're going to want to share what is coming to you, what the universe is gifting to you. But if you keep shutting people out, who are you going to share it with, Aquarius? Some of you are so afraid that if you become successful, well, am I going to get used? Are people going to be around? Aquarius. Gentleness is the next advice. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. Yeah. You guys are very intuitive. Okay, I'm an Aquarius as well, so I get it. You know who's who. And if you don't have a clear idea, then you need to just ask, because you need to be very gentle with yourself at this time. Your mental and physical health is calling for it. So only surround yourself with, people that handle you gently in situations where it's not crowded and confusing. And don't get yourself in situations where, you feel uncomfortable. And this is where the clarity will come, okay? But you got to make sure that you're not putting yourself into situations that make you feel uncomfortable or hiding fully. You can't just hide fully. I know you want to be in a safe place, but you cannot be shutting yourself off and then trying to go into these drastic environments, okay? Now, those are two different extremes, all right? So it's time to slowly get out, okay, Aquarius? And for some of you, it's just breaking out of your emotional shell. Now we have this orphan card that's pulling up here. This is all about feeling rejected, isolating yourself because of the fear of being rejected again or neglected. So some of you have some childhood issues where maybe you were, neglected in a way. Maybe you were neglected or abandoned in relationships from before. But the good thing is that we have the regeneration. So whatever was in the new spot is literally being uprooted and something new is being planted. Something new is being planted, okay? A better situation here is coming to you. You no longer have to feel this way, Aquarius. Let's get some more. And some of you, I don't feel like even knew that you were, shutting your emotions off. I think that you knew that you were trying to protect yourself, but I don't think that you were aware of how it was coming off to certain people. And you were wondering why you weren't getting the phone calls, why you weren't getting the text messages, why you weren't getting certain offers, all right? This is why. I don't think that you understood what your body language was, all right? Or the lack of your words, what power the lack of your words had. It's not always about what you say, it's about what you don't say, Aquarius. And we have building blocks here, all right? So you are definitely gonna build a new foundation here for yourself. You haven't felt physically and mentally up to par, but the universe is definitely getting you out of that feeling so that you can be able to, plant new seeds and build a better foundation. That is an old story, Aquarius. The old story of rejection, abandonment, non-worthiness, self-doubt, worry, all that is over. That's old energy, okay? Old energy. We're moving into new energy here. I think I picked up another card there. See what the soul journey has to ask you, because they're always going to ask you a question and then they're going to give some advice here. Something to think about. Wow. All right, we're going to take all of these. All right, let's put these down. Wow. Woo-wee. All right, yeah, these are definitely y'all's cards here. All right, the first one is, who can I serve today? All right, who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connection, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Yeah, I feel like, and it also says down here, listen to your heart. Who needs you? And it says, notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. Yeah, because Aquarius, the thing about it is you naturally are the humanitarian. So when you are not giving and you are not serving, you feel worse. And so a lot of you did need this time for your mental and physical restoration, okay? But now when you get into this new energy, who can you serve today? You're going to get back into this. This is what I was trying to say to you. You're going to get back into your natural element here. Now, where can I ask for more help in my life? Because at this point in time, Aquarius, look at this. Who can I serve and where can I ask for more help in my life? You guys don't like to ask for help because you're always the one that is giving. But now it is the time to ask for more help in certain areas of your life because your cup has, over the months, over the years, has become empty. And you need someone there to help you fill your cup up, regardless if you know that or want to come to terms with that, Aquarius. But it's time to understand that. It says, until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Today, ask someone for help and receive it with an open heart. I ask for what I want and I am open to receiving it. This is all about balance here. This is all about give and take. And so at this point in time, it's okay to get back and serve, but you need to know when you need to be able to ask for more help. This is all about getting balance here, all right? And what I'm also hearing Spirit say is make sure that you're around people that can give as much as you can give to them, all right? You need to be able to have more relationships like that, because if not, you're going to deplete yourself, you know, and you're going to find yourself feeling like you can't trust people because you keep giving and giving and giving. But let's make sure that we have, you know, the appropriate people in our lives. Am I letting fear stop me? Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. It says, today be brave and do it scared. Okay? You are in need of a hero, so that is who you will become. Yeah. Are you letting fear stop you from moving forward and sharing your emotions and letting your guard down and meeting people again or telling that person how you feel? What do I resist feeling right now? We have to feel it to heal it in order to let go of pain. We first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Absolutely. This is exactly what we're talking about here. Do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? All right? We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Yeah, this is all about leading by example, like I was saying. You can't expect people to meet you halfway when you're not opening up and speaking your truth about what it is that you need, what it is that you're thinking and feeling about them, about the situation, good or bad. All right, so this is all about standing in your truth, Aquarius. It is definitely time to do so. All right, let's see what the focus is. Positive outcome. It says the sun is about, let me put these away. The sun is about to burst through the clouds and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope. Absolutely, Aquarius. So this is all about this old energy from seasons past of feeling like you couldn't open up, you couldn't give, because every time you do, you know, someone takes advantage or it never works out. You know, this is about you being very, very tired and not knowing, you know, how to say the things that you need to say and not know if you can do the things that you need to do. Your emotions are holding you down. They're bogging you down like anchors, Aquarius. So there is a positive outcome, but you just need to communicate your truth first to yourself and to the people that need to know where you stand and certainly what you need. This is your reading, Aquarius. I hope that you enjoyed. If it resonated at all, please like, share, comment down below. If you are looking for a personal reading, you can email me at healingtarot1111@gmail.com. That information will also be down below. Till next time, Aquarius. Bye-bye.